So it's a good thing I work at a school where a tiger is the mascot, right? There's no eye of the elephant or eye of the beaver. I'd like to thank and acknowledge Amy Hill, Assistant Director of Student Organizations and Leadership, Chloe Johnson, Orientation Team Coordinator, and Tori Atkins, Summer Grad Intern, for all of the work they did pulling this weekend together. I'd like them to come forward, along with that mighty, mighty O team. This could not happen without any of you. This afternoon, I will tell you about 4 individuals who, in their own individual way, epitomize the Oxy spirit, and you will hear from 3 of them. Vic Agito. Where is Vic? He's probably hiding. There he is in the back of that unusually blue-green shirt. Vic Agito is the registrar. He's also a pilot. He's definitely not your everyday registrar, and definitely not your everyday pilot. You'll notice this if you visit him in his office. Sit on the couch, look to the left. There's a sign that says airplane pilot on duty. Look to the right and you'll see a large picture of a cockpit of a Learjet. Hanging from the ceiling is a model Red Baron's biplane, if you remember Snoopy and the Red Baron. Even his calendar that hangs on his wall has pictures of stealth fighters. That kind of scared me, Vic. To put it mildly, he is obsessed with planes, and he is a funny man with an unusually wicked sense of humor. He used to fly commercial airlines. He taught aerobatics in college to make extra money. He said he used to love rolls and spins and dives and love banner flying, especially on the beach. His new passion now is working with Angel Flight. Angel Flight was created by a group of pilots who believe in the benefit of volunteering. They transport people too sick to fly on commercial planes, families who cannot afford the fare, are flown to dying relatives, and they transport medical supplies to areas that desperately need them. When Vic was learning to fly, he used to get lost all the time. Clearly, there was a class he missed. Feeling free enjoying the views, feeling the exhilaration of controlling his own destiny. He said he could do this for hours. He just really, really wanted to fly. So what did he do when he got lost? Well, he couldn't call anyone, and remember, he probably missed a class or two on navigation. He would fly low enough to read highway signs. He said this freaked people out. He'd wave at people in their cars on the highway. At night, he said it was harder to see the signs, but it was easier to see the airport in the distance because of the lights. There are 3.5 lessons in this story. I'd like to share this with students. The half lesson, don't fly with the registrar. Though I'm sure he's a better pilot now. The first lesson, don't miss courses that are key to your success in college. The second lesson, don't lose yourself in the newness and freedom of it all and forget why you're here. Keep your eyes on the goal, take chances, but focus on that distant destination that may not always be well lit. There may be times when you will need to recalibrate and readjust your goals, and that's okay because it's expected. Lastly, think of what talents you have that can be of use to make a difference to others. I ask the students as you start this next phase of your life, what personal, intellectual, cultural, ethical, creative contributions are you bringing to this community? Is there more you can do to make this a vibrant, inclusive, exciting place in which we all learn from each other? Become engaged in your educational experience, get to know your faculty, do research with faculty, study abroad, really discover this amazing city. Join a student organization, learn about sustainability, that's really important to the college. Dance, participate in dance production. Work as a barista at the Green Bean. Go watch our athletic teams play. Participate in a spring break trip. Become engaged in the local community, working with local high schools, helping students gain the skills to get where you're sitting now. Know that when you need a little help or advice, there are officers and people here for you. And if you don't know where to go, come to the Dean of Students office. Our community is characterized by a spirit of mutual respect and cooperation based upon our common vision and shared values. We are a community of which all of you are now part of. We'll work together, looking out for and respecting each other. Together we will continue strengthening this unique Oxy experience we call our community. Let's make a pact together this late summer morning. Let's agree to work hard to be disciplined and respectful and to take seriously our commitments to ourselves, to one another, to this learning community, to this powerful legacy of this college, which is yours now to inherit, reshape, and extend into the future. Welcome to Occidental College and the very best of luck to each and every one of you. We are so glad you're here. Congratulations and thank you. The second person I'll tell you a little bit about and that you will hear from is Christopher Weeks. Chris Weeks is a class of 2016 Diplomacy and World Affairs major from a very small town in rural New Hampshire. It must be really small. Last year, Chris was a residential advisor in Burgess Hall. He has served on the Dean's Advisory Council for the past 2 years, and he has hopes to continue that role this year. He will, because the council belongs to Ori and I. Chris was a participant and a coordinator for the Emerging Leaders Program. He has been active in several clubs, including Amnesty International, Vegetarian Club, World Talk, and the Arabic. I kept looking at him and making it worse. Arabic Club. This summer, Chris spent over 2 months in Amman, Jordan, in an intensive Arabic language study program. This will be Chris's second year serving as ASOC on the ASOC Senate. He is looking forward to seeing what he can accomplish, and I'm looking forward to working very closely with him and our ongoing conversations. Chris is an amazingly bright, committed student. Please welcome our Associated Student Body President, Christopher Weeks.
So coming to Occidental, this college is actually bigger than my town was, which is a little strange, but I've adjusted. My name is Christopher Weeks, and as you may have heard, I am the Associated Students of Occidental College class president. And I would just like to first say welcome to all of you, class of 2018. I hope you've been enjoying your first few days here. From the extremely loud square dance music I heard last night, it sounded like you all were having fun. Kept me up a little late, but that's okay. So I'd like to start this off with two quick confessions. Oxy confessions, you could say. For those of you that don't know what those are, you'll find out. The first one is that, as you may have heard, less than 24 hours ago, I was in Amman, Jordan, so I am extremely jet-lagged right now. I'm sorry if I make up some words or go off on tangents. I'm just very tired. The second confession I would like to make is that, to be honest, I do not remember the speech that the Associated Students of Occidental College president made my first year here. I'm sure it was fantastic. I was just so excited by arriving here at Occidental College that there was just so much going on and never really stuck with me. So, no pressure. You can forget me if you want. So those are the two confessions I wanted to make before I actually get started. Now, to really get down to business, I'm here to talk to you about getting involved on campus. I posted in the Oxy College class of 2018 Facebook page earlier in the summer, and many of you reached out to me. And from the conversations I had with you all, it sounds like that getting involved here at Occidental won't be a problem. You all expressed interest in getting involved in things ranging from Greek life, to water polo, to political campaigns, and many, many others. And I enjoyed chatting with you all about what you plan on getting involved in here at Occidental. So I'm not too worried about you all getting involved. Another reason I'm not too worried, and I know you all will get involved here at Occidental College, is that you're here today. Occidental isn't the easiest college to get into, and the fact you're here today is just a testament that you've worked hard throughout your entire lives and that you've been really driven to make it here today. So, congratulations on being here. I'm really happy for you all. And parents, I know you must be proud of all of your children's accomplishments. Again, as I said, it's not easy to get here to Occidental College, and your kids have done amazing work in their lives to get here, and I have no doubt that they will continue to thrive here at Occidental College. And it's exciting because being a liberal arts college, this is where you can really learn to critically think, to explore yourselves, to challenge yourself. And with so many issues and challenges facing the world today, that the education you receive here will be of an extremely important value in the coming years. Something I like to always remember, that President Barack Obama came here for only 2 years, and he was able to become president of this country with only 2 years of an Occidental education. Imagine what you can do with 4 years here. That being said, I feel that I could end this speech right now. Very comfortable knowing you all are going to get involved, knowing you all are going to thrive here, and I know you will. However, that would mean I'd have to give up a valuable opportunity to pitch ASOC Senate to you all. Anyone that knows me knows that I love to talk about Senate, so if you ever want to chat about it, please let me know. What I would just like to say is, as you're considering getting involved in things around campus, I would strongly encourage you to consider getting involved with Occidental student government. Being involved in student government, it's really allowed me the opportunity to get to know so many people I never would know before, to learn about issues on this campus that never really had impacted me before, but that I understand a lot better now. So it's been a phenomenal experience, and I would strongly urge you to consider getting involved with Occidental student government. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. I'm going to use that Obama piece next year. Many of you have either met or heard from our next two speakers. Jonathan Leach became Oxnell's 15th president 5 years ago, and his contract now has been extended into 2020. So that's really great news for us. In his 5 years at Oxy, he has energized the campus in ways unheard of at many institutions. He has invested in the career aspirations of our students by dramatically increasing Career Development Center staffing and internships. Under his leadership, the college has established strategic partnerships that have extended our reach further into the Los Angeles community and county. The college recently built and opened the McKinnon Center for Global Affairs and Choi Auditorium, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's all on the president's webpage. It's a lot. He shepherded the college through a successful strategic planning process that lays out a map to a dynamic future of the college, which you will all now be part of. And if you go to the Green Bean Coffee Lounge, you'll be able to order my absolute favorite drink that I drink. You can tell when I drink it every day because I get pimples on my face. It's called the Son of a Beach. It's a hot, spicy chocolate drink named after our President, Jonathan Leach. Please welcome President Jonathan.
I just want to make sure that the students know that when they order that coffee, I want you to say it loud and proud, Son of a Beach. I really want to begin by thanking Amy Hill and Tamara Himmelstein for this remarkable... Tamara, would you stand up, please, too? Has been our extraordinary Dean of Student Life. She's really responsible for conceptualizing the last several days, and without her hard work, none of this would have happened. I got to tell you, when you have not been welcomed anywhere until you've been welcomed by the OT. They are amazing. And lest you worry that you've joined a cult or something like that, don't worry. It's kind of a cult, but not really. The other thing I just want to say before I begin is that this is one of the most moving rituals in American life. Dropping off your son or daughter to college, whether it's the first, the middle, or the last, is a very, very tough thing for parents. I want to say to students, please be kind to your parents. This is as excited as you are. They are excited for you and also perhaps sadder than they want to acknowledge. I just dropped off my own daughter at college last year, and it's a huge transition, so I'm with all of you. I want to tell you a little bit about my own arrival to college. Way back when I arrived at my dorm room, I had my mother in tow, my sister, and my aunt. I had confessed to being a bit of a mama's boy, and my mother was busy decorating the room. Hanging ferns, my Farrah Fawcett poster. For the fathers in the room, you'll know exactly what poster I'm talking about.
That's terrible.
My roommate, my college roommate, came in, saw my mother in the midst of hanging a fern, set down his stereo, which was the only thing he brought with him to college, left the room and did not reappear for 3 days. So I want to tell you a little bit about my roommate because I think it is emblematic of what you can expect here.
I bought my son a plant.
He could not have been more different from me. I grew up in Los Angeles. He grew up in a small town, Woodland, California, right outside of Sacramento. It was essentially an agricultural community. He was into country music. I was into R&B. He was very, very messy, and I gave him a run for his money. But despite the what seemed to be the kind of superficial differences between us, he became my best friend. We traveled, backpacked overseas together in Europe and the Middle East, and then we took a trip trip around the United States, working in different parts of the country, and we became very close. There's a certain serendipity to all this because he ended up, one of his good friends ended up going out with somebody who then was a friend of my future wife. So that kind of daisy chain of connection, which you're not going to be able to foresee, is going to lead you into directions and relationships that are going to transform your life. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and a very exciting thing. It may be that you end up doing the UN program at Occidental, as many of our most distinguished graduates have, and that in turn leads to a stint in the Peace Corps, which in turn leads to a master's degree at the Kennedy School of Government and a position, in the case of one of them, in the White House. And I'm not talking about the president. It could be that you are taking courses, sign up for a course that you think you want, which turns out to be far less interesting than the course you, quote, have to take. Or you ended up in because the other class was full, and you end up being electrified by that faculty member. That it is absolutely crucial that you remain open to the serendipity of that. And that's the word I want to really lead you with, is serendipity. This is an experience in which all kinds of good things will happen to you. In fact, almost every good thing that's likely to happen to you in your life, outside of your family, begins right here. That's an extraordinary thing when you think about it. And I just want to sketch that out. Friendships. The people that, whether you did Oxy Engage or live with on your hall or in your classes or clubs, are likely to become your lifelong friends. Professional ambitions. Whether you know what you want to do or not, you will, on the course of this 4 years, discover those things that you have aptitudes for, what your strengths are, and the areas that you want to study. And you will get the foundation to be successful in whatever career path you choose to follow. It's also a place where you will develop your private passions, the things that will animate you and interest you over the course of your life, whether it's the opera or Russian novels or the politics of sub-Saharan Africa. Those things are also important to sustaining your happiness and intellectual and emotional development. As well as, and here's where I'm going to make you a little uncomfortable, you're likely to find, if not directly here, through somebody here, your future spouse or partner. So look around. And I hope I'm making you just a little bit uncomfortable because the statistics on Oxy partnerships and marriages are extraordinarily high. And finally, I just want to wish you good luck. I think this is, if there is, and I'd like you, maybe the students, to just give a round of applause to their parents.
Thank you, Jonathan. The next speaker, I believe all of you have heard from, but he will formally welcome you this morning. Some would say that we are on the opposite sides of the coin, but both of us see education as a holistic process of learning that places student at the very center of the learning process. We believe that the goals of education are to produce intentional learners who can adapt to new environments, integrate knowledge from different sources, both inside and outside of the classroom, and continue this learning for a lifetime. When he agrees wholeheartedly with you, his favorite expression is, "That's great." Fortunately, I've heard him say this often. My colleague, my buddy, someone I respect, my fellow dean, please welcome Jorge Gonzalez.
Welcome everyone, good morning. I spoke to parents yesterday for about 45 minutes. I'm going to talk to students today for about 45 minutes, so I'm not going to keep you right now for 45 minutes. comments. I don't have that many new things to say. But as I was walking in the auditorium right to the gym this morning, I looked at the faces of the students. And I was sort of puzzled because they looked tired. Like they didn't have a good night's sleep. And I was thinking, how could they be tired? I mean, they haven't gone to class yet, so they couldn't pull an all-nighter study for class because there's no homework. Then I thought, oh, well, maybe there's a few of you that didn't finish your assigned reading for the summer. That's strange. And so you were finishing it up last night, which, by the way, is a fabulous book. If you parents haven't read it, please read it. It's absolutely an amazing book of MLT speech. Just great, great book. But I thought, no, Oxy, people that we take at Oxy are really responsible, so I'm sure they already read the book. So I was thinking, okay, so what had happened last night that kept
Listen
them
to
awake?
audio, it's great.
And immediately I thought of, well, obviously, they missed their parents. They couldn't sleep. They tossed up around all night just thinking of the parents and how the parents feeling. And please tell that story to your parents when you see them today. They're gonna feel a lot better. And I'm talking feel a lot better. As I told your parents yesterday, I just dropped off my son at college on Sunday. He's my baby boy. It was really hard. And as long as the parents up front don't cry, I'm gonna try not to cry today. Okay, so try to behave. But for you students, if your parents cry tomorrow or today, that's perfectly fine. They deserve it. And well, really, my point here is to welcome the students. We are thrilled to see you here. The moment that you walked through the gates of Occidental yesterday, you have become part of our family. And you have become part of our family for the rest of your lives. Oxy is going to be part of your soul forever. And we are thrilled that that has happened. You are quite unique. There were, this year alone, over 3,500 students that wanted to have your spot at Occidental. And we told them, unfortunately, we don't have a spot for you. And it's not that they were not good students, they were good students. What we told them is, or what we really implied is, we have another set of students that we'd rather have. You are that set of students that we'd rather have. You are very special. You have accomplished a lot through your careers. And that's why we're so thrilled to have you here. We know that magic is going to happen at Occidental for you. We know that over the next 4 years, you're going to change in ways that we cannot even imagine. And that all kinds of doors that you don't know exist are going to open to you. If somebody would have told me, a few decades ago, I'm not going to tell exactly how many years ago, when I first started college, that in 2014 I'll be giving a speech like this at the dean of the college in a university in the college in the United States, I would have told you I was in Mexico at the time. I would have told you, you're out of your mind. I had no idea I was going to be here. But because I went to a school and I studied hard in school and I continued, I'm here. All of you have amazing paths in front of you. I don't know what you're going to do, but what we're absolutely certain is that you are going to be leaders in society. You're going to be changing this world. You're going to be changing many other countries. We had people that have graduated from Occidental, that have gone to Occidental, that are changing the world as we speak today. And just to finish, I will tell you that I'm absolutely thrilled that in 4 years, you're going to have something that even the President of the United States does not have. An Oxy degree. Welcome.
Before I bring up Amy Hill for her to lay out the rest of the debut, I want to confess a couple of things. One thing is true. I did meet my husband as a student at another school, at UC San Diego, actually. And it's true, Jorge did cry a lot. I wanted to just hug him, but oh well. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to welcome and congratulate you. This has been amazing, and this is my favorite time of the year. And I hope I'll see some of you the rest of the year, the rest of the next 4 years, and so enjoy the rest of your orientation. Amen.
Good morning, and thank you to all of our speakers. We have 4 things that are going on directly after this welcome concludes, and I just want to draw your attention to them. Before I do that, though, want to let you know that you're welcome to exit out of any of the doors with the exception of that one. So you can go out the front, you can go out the side as you make your way to your next activities. So there are green and eco tours leaving from the Thorn patio at 10 and 11 a.m. They'll start when you get there. There is also a disability service session that is beginning once you all arrive, and that's in Joy Auditorium, which is in Johnson Hall. And then the psychology department will be offering an information session once you all get there, and then again at 11 a.m. And then the Student Services and Eagle Rock Community Fair is going to be going on in Lower Herrick. Lower Herrick is where you checked in yesterday, so you're welcome to make your way over there and meet with representatives of over 25 campus departments. There's also some local restaurants, a bank, I think Zipcar is here, so you can check out some of the services that are available to you as a student. And then parents, you have your schedule that you can follow for the rest of the day, and students, we will see you all at 1:15 in Thorn Hall. So you are now dismissed. We look forward to seeing you around campus. Welcome.